Chapter 9 Battle of Kumbher Loss, Grief, and Vengeance. Kumbher, Deeg, and Bharatpur, the Yamuna Basin. It was the territory of Jats. Surajmal Jat ruled this territory. Technically, it was under the rule of Maratha, but Surajmal was never as supportive to Peshwa as he was expected to be. So, Raghunath Rao decided to take matters into his own hands and to kneel Surajmal in front of him and siege the fort in Kumbher. Raghunath Rao was demanding the payoff of 1 crore. Surajmal refused to pay that much money and offered 40 lakhs instead. When Raghunath Rao denied that amount, Surajmal challenged him for the battle. Raghunath Rao called Malhar Rao for help. Malhar Rao brought Khande Rao along with him so that even he would get some battle experience. Unfortunately, Raghunath Rao and his army couldn't defeat Surajmal and had to back out. In January 1754, Malhar Rao and Khande Rao Holkar again attacked Kumbher. They sieged the Kumbher fort once again. The Maratha soldiers were planted carefully all around the fort. Cannons were ready to fire. On the other side was Surajmal's armed forces, ready inside the fort with his artillery. The Kumbher battle started. Holkar's cannons and rifles were blazing. For a month and a half, the battle continued, but there was no fruitful outcome. 17th March 1754 turned out to be the darkest day in the lives of Holkars. It was noontime. Post-lunch, Khande Rao Holkar came out of his tent. He was high on drugs most of the time. He climbed on his horse and rode near the Holkar flag. As he reached there, a big cannonball was shot by Surajmal's soldier and hit him. The cannonball instantly took his life and Khande Rao died on the spot. There was nothing anybody could do. The shocking news spread everywhere. Malhar Rao rushed to the scene. Weeping uncontrollably, Malhar Rao hugged his dead son. His only son, the true heir of Holkar's reign, had died. He couldn't control his emotions. He took his son's dead body in his arms and cried unabashedly. All the Holkar ladies were at Kumbher too. Khande Rao's 2 other wives, his mistresses, and his 2 favorite dancers, everyone was shocked. And Ahilyadevi, her entire world was devastated. She was merely 30 when she became widowed. Baiji was unmanageable. Her sole child was killed. The moment they heard this dreadful news, they hurtled towards the battlefield. Everyone gathered around Khande Rao's dead body. All of them kept crying and blaming their ill fate. Malhar Rao stood up. His eyes flashed with anger for a moment. Enraged by his only son's death, he took the soil of that battlefield in his hands and took an oath that he wouldn't stop until the entire Kumbher was destroyed and that he would make sure that Surajmal Jat fell.